Denmark, there's a zoo that's facing backlash. Why? Because they said that you can donate your pets. They said, we have a link here, and in order to simulate real-life hunting patterns, you can donate your pets to the zoo. Now, personally, I thought this was a really good idea, because some pets, honestly, maybe they should be eaten. Okay, no joking anymore. There actually is a Danish zoo that basically is facing backlash because they did put out a thing basically saying like, hey, if you have small pets that you don't need anymore, well, you know what, you can just donate it to us, we can feed it to our links here. And you know what? I told this to someone at work recently, a normie, and they were like, wow, how terrible. This is truly awful. But low-key, I don't know if this just means I'm evil, but I'm like, hey, if you gotta get rid of your pet, I feel like having it be hunted sounds terrible. But at least the hunter gets his I don't know, man, I don't know. I actually think it's more humane to have it hunt than to just feed it random chunks of meat. Call me woke. Call me the woker or something. Gamerino is a gamer that is a Danish zoo. What are you doing?
I'm just live.
Oh. How you been?
I told you not to ask that.
So I forgot. Or I should say, what are you doing?
You know I'm live.
Yeah. Hi, chat. Um. Yeah. I'm bored. I have nobody to talk to.
Dude, you're not like streaming right. You gotta constantly be doing different things and entertaining your viewers. If you're just sitting there reacting to stuff, you're not gonna grow. King Amari does that because he tab for tab. There's people who do that and they get hundreds of viewers. But you and I aren't gonna be able to do that because we're not already big. You have to already be big and having at least like 20 something viewers to start doing the time for time, follow for follow, view for view, sub for sub, all of that. There's like 5 of them. Follow for follow, tab for tab, those are the main ones. If you're just sitting there, like, or even the stuff I'm doing on YouTube, I'm like struggling. But I've been growing because my YouTube has like supporters from before I was even on Kick or like active on Twitch. So my YouTube is like I realize it's like special because you won't you won't find because if you go any platform and just go to the bottom of just chatting or don't select a category, just the bottom of the whole site, any category, you'll see like hot girls just sitting there and cute guys or cool people, people doing weird stuff, they don't have viewers. They don't have like anyone sticking around. So I know you like want to grow and you're trying to like figure out what exactly you want to do, but you just have to start like doing something. Like you have a drone, you said you're getting it fixed. Maybe go outside and fly the drone live if you can, if it can live stream, if it has a cam link to stream it. If not, you might have to buy one. Or you can like still react to stuff, but like put put the lights like closer to you and like streamers who put the lights way back in their room, that's like a bad thing because we don't want to look way back in the back of your room to see your lights. Like bring all your lights up front unless like your light is literally part of your room, like you just use a colorful light as your like main light source, like not specifically when you're streaming, but even if that's the case, I would go with red and green. Blue and purple are too dark, so because don't go with like yellow, orange, pink, or like I don't know, uh, weird colors. Do either green, red, um, or like maybe a combination like different shades of green and red. Cause blue, like you have your camera on a Discord, so I see your room. Like, imagine if you were a VTuber and your skin was blue. Like, I can't see anything when your whole room is all blued out. So it's like too much light. Like when I was just streaming, it was all dark. You couldn't even barely see me. But even then, that's better than like having it well lit. Like your room is well lit, but you're just like camouflage in there. Cause I think you wear like either a blue or black shirt, and then like it would help if you were darker skinned, because then the blue light wouldn't just make you look blue. Like, but then also the like layout of your room matters, because if you're like uh if you're like in the front, if here's my stream, it's not pointed at you, it's looking at me. So right now I'm in front, I'm in the middle. But even if I turn it this way, there's nothing else in the view, in the camera view. There's just my foam roller over here that you can't see in Discord, and then there's like a chair, like that barely you can see. But if you have like a lot of stuff in your room, you want it to like look good, like a lot of stuff that's a good looking lot of stuff. Like if in your apartment or wherever you said you live, if there's like a place you can go, or even outside where or even if you can adjust some of the stuff in your room, because the people who don't have like a professional looking background, but they have a lot of stuff in their room and they still get a lot of views, like that's rare. So even if it's just like organizing stuff, or doing like a piece of art, like I know one guy who has this big fire drawing thing in his background that's always there. But also, when you're reacting, I know you're not always quiet. Sometimes you do talk and stuff, but it's just not 24/7. Like you're streaming for like 34 hours. So it's not like the whole time, but you do talk. But so I know you do that, but um when like you're on Kick, it's rarer to get like new people coming into your video. So you're not gonna grow as fast. Like Kick has much less discoverability than like other sites. So YouTube, Twitch, all of those are better. YouTube is huge because I don't know, they get like I think 3 billion unique viewers every month. So, and like the biggest like live viewers on Twitch Kick is like in the thousands, whereas like YouTube is like still in the thousands, but also that's because no one live streams who's big on YouTube. But I would not like also react only to, because you and King Amar react to some of the similar stuff. You and King Amar will react to like events and news and maybe celebrities, maybe like but do you know like Vault? Like on YouTube, it'll be like Souls Vault. So vaults are like YouTube channels that it'll be like Souls Vault, and it'll have people's feet, like the soles of their feet. Or it'll be like a musician, like Yeet Vault. Like I know a guy named Yeet Vault on YouTube, and he just posts music of Yeet, like the rapper. So Vault, like that's an example of like a niche content that anyone can do. Anyone can make a vault of something that they like. Like if you like drones, you could do like a drone vault, and you could like take footage. Normally, you can't download footage from YouTube because they don't let you. There's no like button. But if you have like 4K video downloader, the software or other software, it lets you download content from all different sites online, and then you can take that, and then you can like you can go and make a vault. Another niche content is like um, if you wanna like give advice, there's a lot of like young adults, like 20s, 30s, who will like give like life advice, mainly on YouTube. But if you do that on other platforms, it'll be like a niche. So if you do that on like TikTok or IG Reels or wherever, um, you'll get some traction from that, because right now no one everyone like on TikTok, IG, now I'm talking about socials, but they only like post gameplay or like memes and like funny stuff. But if you're actually serious and you want to like do like something meaningful, not saying that gaming or memes isn't meaningful, but something that's like more serious. Cause I don't play video games and I don't know good memes, so all I do, I try to like teach stuff, which is definitely not the best reviews wise, because it's not like catchy and entertaining as watching gameplay or funny stuff. But another thing you can do if you sort of want to take a risk is try to be like, basically be like a lolcow, where you're like doing funny stuff to get people to laugh at you. But the thing with that is you need something you can do that people will find funny, and that can also attract haters, because some people hate on lolcows. And then also if you if you don't have people to talk to, you can also like go, there's some discords you can go into like 24/7, and there's people there who you can talk to, like Discord, also like Reddit or other places. You can find like people who will talk to you. And then like, so I want to say another thing. Sorry, I'm just having King Amari's video thing he uploaded. He just posted something to his YouTube. But I'm done. I just watched it. It was short. But so there's people who appear like very successful. Like they have 20, 30 viewers constant, and they're doing well. But those people, like, that's not what you want to strive to achieve, because there are a lot of people who will get like 20, 30 viewers, but their viewers fluctuate. So you may get like 13 viewers one time, and then another time like 3 viewers, but that's still good. That's still something to be proud of. Like when I started streaming, I had like 0 viewers. Like the number didn't even go to 1. It was just 0. Like no real people, no bots, no nothing. So even the bots know what's good content, and so if you have one bot viewer, that means at least you're bought like material. But to rise above these people who grind and get like 20 to 30 and fluctuate down to like 10, to rise above them, you have to like start like, you basically can't like clickbait, clip farm, troll, rage bait, all that is bad. So, if you want like a good thumbnail on your YouTube video, instead of clickbaiting, take just do something good in one of your videos and then screenshot it and put it in a thumbnail of your live or whatever. If it's on YouTube and you're live, or if it's a VOD or whatever it is, because clickbait nowadays is so bad, because even if you get people to click on it, they'll just click off. Um, so and all of this, you already know all of this pretty much. I'm just saying this because I feel like it. But um, um, like for instance, right now I'm in college, right? And this is like around my 6th year. It's the summer now and I'm in summer classes. So if I were to compare myself with other college students, because we're comparing streamers to ourselves, then I would say, okay, I have like a 3.1 GPA, which is like around average to like slightly above average. I have like an arts, humanities, like social science major, which is around like average, slightly below average, around average. So I'm basically an average student. I'm like sort of a late bloomer, and but the quality of my work is good. So that would be like how I compare myself. But when you compare yourself to other streamers, it's like so complicated. It's not like as simple as, okay, your GPA, your majors, and then like how good your work is, like objectively. If you want to compare yourself to other streamers, there's like so many dimensions. So one thing is that some streamers are literally just lucky, because not because they did anything better, because they looked better, because they did everything right. Literally because for whatever reason they started streaming, and after like a few weeks they hit affiliate on like Twitch, which is harder to hit affiliate because you need 3 average viewers. So if you want to be like those people, it's actually not a good thing, because those people will hit affiliate, stay at affiliate forever, and like keep growing a little time, but like they'll never reach partner, they'll never reach like anything higher on Twitch or whatever site. Like because there's people who only like a small group of people out there are willing to watch. So like there goes the saying, like, if you would watch your own content, and if the answer is no, that doesn't mean that like your content is bad. You might not want to watch your content because like um I mean, for whatever reason. But when you when you when you like go to click live to press live, even if you don't have something planned for your stream, like you should always be like thinking about what you want to do throughout the stream. Like don't just like do one thing because like that's all you have like planned out. You might start stream and then uh go like offline and then go back online if your views aren't doing good. That's another thing. If you're streaming for like hours and hours and hours and your views are like really low, just end stream and come back later because you don't want to like tank your average viewers. And
If you don't mind, I'm gonna go to bed, okay?
okay.
I'll call you tomorrow, okay?
Oh, tomorrow, I have my class, but my class ends at 3:30 Eastern time.
I will call you around this time.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
¿Preparado por ti, casero, o te lo has comprado? Nada. ¿Arroz con huevo o ginomé?
Y mañana tienes que hacer estas comidas. Avelovsky, mañana variedad de arcade de Dota.
O sea, es un sartán.
Dotarán. Se Dota. Sao guarde TTNT o arrugas chido sexy. No tengo esas cosas, chicos. Tengo para jugar PIG, para jugar Hombre,
Le damos una nueva oportunidad a
mentira.
Outlast.
Pero hay chicos que tienen aulas, pero no el aulas. O sea, yo tengo el aulas que siempre puedo jugar.
¿Cuánto cuesta el otro? Cuesta menos de
Pero si
50
vas a
puede
hacer
ser.
cosas terribles, no me entiendes. No me da miedo. Ya puedo jugar Fortnite, amigos. Ya puedo jugar, tengo Fortnite y ya también puedo jugar Fortnite. Y ya no sé. Y también, bueno, puedo jugar cualquier cosa que esté en las redes también. De Gasillón bajo GT mañana por Dotarán. Ya, Dota Chesma, Dota World, Dota Turbo, selección simple, GTT, variedad. Ya, mañana vamos un ratito de realidad también, ¿sabes? Para iniciar vamos un ratito más. Ya, al iniciar el segundo terreno. Cuando subo guitarra. Un parquito. Uy, le sacaron la.
Ayúdame.
Les dije que bien Dota.
Oh, Naga boy. Ah. Ah. Naga boy. Naga boy.
Slight curve in your upper back by tucking your shoulder blade. Bench press checklist. If you tick all 5, you have a perfect bench. First, set up your arch. For bodybuilding, create a slight curve in your upper back by tucking your shoulder blades in while puffing your chest up. For powerlifting, a bigger arch can help you move more weight. Just make sure that your feet, glutes, upper back, and head are all planted. Second, grip. Grab the bar at 1.5 times shoulder width. A wider grip will target more chest. A closer grip will target more triceps. Squeeze the bar hard. Third, unwrap. Press the bar up and then arc it forward with locked elbows until your arms are pointed straight up. Fourth, tuck your elbows. Point your elbows slightly in so they move at a roughly 45-degree angle on the negative. Fifth, bar path. Move the bar down and slightly forward. Don't bounce the bar. Instead, make soft contact with your lower chest. From there, press up and slightly back while pushing your feet into the floor. Now you have my bench press checklist. If you tick all 5, you have a perfect bench. First, set up your arch. For bodybuilding,
See, this is bad because you don't have to bench like that. That's for if you want to test how much you can bench. But if you're benching to get stronger, just as with any exercise, you don't always have to do full range of motion, and you also can do bad form. Form is to say, oh, I can do this many reps. You can't say that if you're doing it with bad form. But if you're trying to train like triceps, then don't do like full range of motion because you want to stay at the bottom. If you're doing bench and you have a heavy weight, that's not going to get you much stronger. You have to use a moderate weight and strain your muscles. Every time you're trying to get stronger, you should be straining your muscles. So it should be lighter weight. If you're using close to the max weight you can use, it's going to be too hard to do enough reps and strain. And even if you have good endurance, and it's not all from the strength component, because people will say that people will do like 30 push-ups, but one guy does 30 push-ups and he can't do any one-arm push-ups, and another guy does 30 push-ups and he can do several one-arm push-ups. So your endurance makes it easier. So if you have good endurance, then you just gotta go up in weight. But and if you want to know whether or not you have good endurance, test something you can do a lot of reps of, and then after test something for the same muscles that you can't do many reps of. And the difference should be less if you don't have endurance, difference more if you have a lot of endurance. And then when you oh, when you train with when you train with let's say you're doing push-ups, everybody says, well, push-ups is too easy. Push-ups won't build muscle. Push-ups won't get you jacked. Push-ups won't get you big. Push-ups won't get you strong. That's wrong. So, if you just do like one set or two sets, that's not enough. So, you gotta do like enough, and you gotta slow it down and do like slow. Do some slow, some fast. I gotta get something to eat. You don't want to turn into a monster. You don't want to turn into a monster. Pawn! 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 Pawn!
Ever look at guys and be like, dang, I'd hit that?
Well, yeah,
Really?
all the time.
Do women ever look at guys and be like, dang?
Oh, baby. What again?
Hey, ChatGPT, if you were the devil, how would you destroy men in the 21st century? If I were the devil and I wanted to destroy men in the 21st century, I'd start by removing their sense of purpose. I'd make them comfortable with mediocrity. I'd drown them in distractions, video games, endless scrolling, mindless entertainment, until years slip by and they wonder why they never built anything meaningful. I'd distort masculinity itself. I'd make strength seem toxic, leadership oppressive, and responsibility a burden. I'd make men ashamed of being men, stripping them of their natural role as protectors and providers, leaving them directionless, weak, and dependent. I'd promote pleasure over progress. I'd make them chase dopamine hits instead of real fulfillment, porn instead of real relationships, junk food instead of health, short-term gains instead of long-term success. I'd make vice feel like freedom and discipline feel like imprisonment. I'd sever them from faith. I'd make them believe that religion is outdated, that submission to God is weakness, and that morality is subjective. I'd fill their minds with nihilism and hedonism until they believe life has no real meaning beyond chasing their next high. I'd keep them alone, weak, and vulnerable, because a man with no tribe, no purpose, and no faith is the easiest to control. Hey, ChatGPT, if you like that. That's it. Just slow. Yo, so what's next on it? Next, bro. It's 3 in the morning. I'm sleepy, man. You're right.
What the? Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper is a serial killer. Oh, you dodge bullets. I wanna die fine. 160 miles per hour. But that's from a jump from standing still. They didn't measure when you built up momentum accelerated. That's from standing still. Who from 0 to 160 miles per hour? Can I go from 0 to 160 and that's one a shot? To let's knock out all these movies. All these big for white girl movies. Yeah, yeah. Mm. This is fake. This is fake. This is fake. Hayabusa! 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 Check Discord! Oh, checking in. Yeah, checking in. Yeah, checking in. Yeah, checking in. We are checking in. We are checking in. My heart goes out. Oh, oh. Ergo proxy. Ergo proxy. Ergo fast. Ergo. Pop, 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 pop. The same thing. Hey, let's say that. You don't want to be saved, don't say that. You don't want to be saved, don't say that. She don't want to be sad. She don't want to be sad. Bench press, I'm bench I'm bench press, I'm bench press, let's go. 50 push-ups. 50 push-ups. Whoa! Let's watch muscle ups. Has anyone ever done inverted butterfly? Inverted butterfly. And now, he's mine. His boss, his thing.
Right to a girlfriend. Episode 4! Today, I'm hitting gym, learning how to handle rejection, looks maxing, getting less famous, learning to kiss, and growing in confidence. Thank you. On the way to the gym, well, Mum won't let me wear my suit jacket, but that...
You cannot become the strongest young sport boy. You cannot become the strongest sport boy. That is for me. To be revealed.
Stay organised. I've experienced this myself, and it's called chronic impulse control, where you prioritise short.
This is a post calling out YouTube trying to block VPN usage. Now, I will give more context to this in a second, but this was a post that basically went viral on Reddit, and then in about 16 hours, once it started getting a lot of likes and upvotes and comments all in agreement about what this post was trying to say, it was deleted by a moderator of r/YouTube. Now, this isn't the first time that Reddit obviously has kind of bowed down to entities, certain corporations, or even governments to a degree. We have definitely seen it. I think we all know that Reddit is a pretty shady site for the most part, especially when it comes to the moderation team and kind of what usually hits the top trending pages and stuff for on Reddit. I have definitely seen manipulation. I think anyone that has actively browsed the site definitely sees that. But one thing that really sets this apart from the normal, usual activity of Reddit is that this post, if you take a look, it has 16k upvotes, has almost 750 comments, and if you go and start scrolling through all the posts, it pretty much unanimously, the entire comment section is in agreement with the original poster. For instance, that requiring VPNs, blocking VPNs, for instance, on YouTube or just on the internet, and the online, Safety Act, what it's trying to do, the invasion of privacy from all these governments left and right, it's very unacceptable. And you collectively see for a rare moment, you see Reddit actually in agreement. You see Reddit actually, upset with what's going on right now with the internet. And when you take a look at this comment section, you would wonder to yourself, anyone looking at this would be like, you know what? Yeah, there's no reason to remove this post. But then you go up to the top and you see it's been removed by moderators. And this really just paints a pretty grim picture. It showcases that regardless if this was removed by automation or not, it's very clear that Reddit most likely, which has been known to censor people, we know this for a fact, it's been known for years, that it's very obvious that if it was a bot or not, or a real person that did this, they don't want you talking about the internet being under attack. They don't want you talking about what YouTube is doing. They don't want you talking about what the governments are doing, or UK is doing with the Online Safety Act, or what Australia is doing, or what the United States is doing. They don't want you talking about that. And I've already commented on this a few days ago that it's very obvious that YouTube is censoring this content. It's very obvious that YouTube is forcing the algorithm to not recommend these type of videos. It's very apparent. And everybody, I've had a lot of content creators personally contact me on social media saying, yeah, GB, I've experienced the exact same thing. Content creators bigger than me that have actively been hit by this as well, that their videos that they upload on this subject matter does so abysmal, and the video they upload just does extremely well. And it's very odd. It's not normal whatsoever. People, even in the niche of talking about content like this, is having the algorithm not recommend these videos. I think one thing is fundamentally clear here, and that is the internet is under attack. That all these governments, like for instance on Australia, in Europe, and European Union, to UK, to Canada, to United States, I believe Indonesia as well, and I believe there's countries in South America too that is trying to do the exact same thing as what the UK did with the Online Safety Act. And it's very clear that it's coordinated. I think nobody can deny it. It is completely coordinated to everything going on, to all these age verifications, to all these major sites, to what's happened to Spotify, Wikipedia, Internet Archive, to what's happened now to obviously Reddit, what's happening on Twitter, what's happening on YouTube, what's happening to these just different legislations and laws and bills or whatever in Congress or different forms of government around the world. This does not just happen. And I have a few thoughts on this I will talk about in a moment. But one thing I want to point out is that we have seen continuously these congressmen and women and people within the government pumping the same thing over and over. This is a representative, a congresswoman within the United States, literally advocating for the Screen Act to be passed. You literally have the words out of her own mouth literally say, children should never have access to adult content online. And this is what I've been talking about when it comes to the optics. The optics here is that these politicians, these governments, these companies are screaming that, think of the children, protect the children. But in reality, they're using that for people can't fight back against these laws or bills. Because if you fight back against these laws, you look like a creep. You look like a weirdo. You look like someone that has some very devious ideas. And so if you were to fight back against this, you are a bad person. That is what this line, this wording is trying to do. It is trying to use the optics of children to make you silent. That is what it's doing. But in reality, what these bills are, we've already witnessed already, just in the UK. It is being used to invade people's privacy. It's being used.
I think people should learn to desensitize themselves from this, I guess, adult content. Because what if you have to go and have a family and you're gonna have a wife and kids? You know, it's a useful skill. Why you need to ban, block everything off the internet? That's too extreme. To a certain extent, yeah, don't have it so publicly available, but come on, man. You gotta learn how to control yourself. Yeah.
Used to violate your rights, silence you, know what you're doing, and knock on your door if you say the wrong thing that the government doesn't like you say. We see this already happening in the UK. They have literally an entire law now to where if you even talk about mass migration online, you're labeled a terrorist. They straight up do that in the UK. And so it's clear what these governments are trying to do. They're all saying the exact same thing. There is enough evidence to support that something is coordinated. Now, regardless of that, the good news here is that this congresswoman that obviously is trying to push the Screen Act, which here is here's the Screen Act. I don't want to flashbang you, but I'm sorry, for flashbanging you. It is pretty much the exact same thing that we've been talking about. It's a bill that's trying to do exactly what the UK did. Force ID, age verification, or face recognition, or whatever. And we know this is all about data collection. This is all about knowing what you're doing, for they can sell it to companies, or know if you're saying the wrong thing, whatever. It's very obvious what this is. These governments, these companies, it's all about data collection and knowing what you're doing to attach a face to everything. But the point is that this congresswoman got ratioed. A lot of people are ratioing her. You can see how many millions of views has already been on this. And you can see that she even got community noted. And this community note really just exposes the inherent flaws of what these governments and companies are trying to do right now. I want to read this community note because I think it's actually perfect. The post implies that it is not currently possible to restrict children access to the internet. Parental controls are easy and available in almost any digital environment. It's the duty of parents to apply them. That instantly shuts down any of this argument. I could not have worded it any better, but let's explain exactly why this is important and why this is a good counterargument. Obviously, parents should parent. Stop being lazy. That's a big obvious thing I've already talked about videos ago. But parental controls are technically a staple within electronics. I mean, hell, I remember my Xbox 360 when I was playing Xbox 360 back in 2007 and 2008 and stuff, and when Halo 3 and ODST and all that stuff. There was an update to improve upon parental controls. Parental controls have been a thing basically since I was a kid. Since the internet was still really fresh for everyone. Since the internet was really just spawning out of the soup, the primordial soup. It was, there was already parental controls to block access. There was parental controls on routers. I remember this. I remember having the router have parental controls on it. And I remember having to ask my dad about that type of stuff. It was a thing. It is a thing. And I know for a fact that it exists. And even if the parental controls in the past weren't, quote-unquote, amazing and maybe easy to circumvent, the point is parental controls have always been there. And also, parenting is a thing that you should obviously make sure your child's not doing anything. And so, right here, This statement here is a perfect counter to everything. That every electronic, anything that really accesses the internet does have controls to some degree. It's these parents are just too lazy to go into the settings and activate a parent control and password. And so they want to be upset about this, and then it's the big old government that comes in to do the parent's job, which is honestly unacceptable. It is completely unacceptable. The government should be stepping in for a parent's job. The parents should be the ones doing it, and they should be responsible for it. But I'm getting completely off topic. The point is that this congresswoman got called out for her optics, trying to obviously push this bill, the Screen Act, literally just a few days ago, getting ratioed for it. Good news to see the internet waking up and talking about this, and I think that this is very important to really elaborate on. I don't think these governments, these payment processors and organizations and everything understand what they're doing. They are waking a sleeping beast. They are. Most of the citizens of the internet, people that just browse on the internet, play their game, their series, whatever, even pirate stuff, they keep their niches, they keep to themselves, and they just do what they want to do in their own personal space. But when you start encroaching upon these internet users that have stuck to themselves for so long, you're going to piss them off. You're going to awaken a sleeping beast. A beast that honestly has been asleep for decades, basically since the dawn of the internet. And what anything has showed us for the decades that the internet has been alive is that if you somehow manage to anger a good chunk of the internet, it's not good. There is a lot of people that use the internet every single day. Millions upon millions of people. The number...
What's this? Oh, lady! Let's watch Mel and Amber. Fitness of lifestyle, TikTok and Instagram, Mel and Amber. Jeez, pretty. Pretty girl. I need to go poo poo. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. Poo poo. Lore? We're gonna learn more about Marilyn Amber. What's it gonna be?
Annoying when an ad like this interrupts your fun. Stop seeing ads on like consistently.
No
I agree with you.
ads!
If they
No
don't
ads
enjoy
and
working
no
out, okay.
VPN.
Let me start with the first part of that question. What are my goals, short term, long term? In relation to fitness, I want to just max out my natural ability, I guess, in all different like athletic fields. Like I'm still interested in maxing out my like sprinting capacity.
Let's try this
How
out
can I say that? I don't know.
faster!
I like to sprint,
Let's
I like to do
race.
javelin, those are the two events I did in high school. Like, I'm still interested
I'm
in
too
maxing
interested
out my
in maxing out
sprinting capacity.
my sprinting.
How can I say that? I don't know.
How can I say?
I like to sprint, I like to throw
I like to
javelin, those are the
sprint,
two
I like
events I
to
did in
throw
high school.
frisbees.
So I would like to get back into that in the summer and see what I can do for PRs, how I can progress that, and also obviously I would like to max out my strength naturally and also my build. In my lifetime, my goal was to reach a 300-pound squat or 315 squat, a 200-pound bench, and deadlift I didn't really care that much about. So I don't really have a goal for deadlift, but those are my two
goals, like lifetime goals, that I want to hit at least one time. I got pretty close to 315 squat or at one point. Not as close to a 200-pound bench. That's definitely going to take a lot of work to get to, but yeah, those are my goals. And also something a little bit different from my goals besides the whole fitness thing. Well, it is still related to the fitness thing, but I would like to open up my own business. Obviously, it's probably going to be fitness related because that's what I'm passionate about, but that is my long-term goal is to have my own business. A question, would I aspire to compete in bodybuilding? It's kind of confusing because I think the category that I'd probably be best for would be a bikini, but I think my upper body is a little bit too big for bikini, so I'd be forced to go into like wellness category, I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm also not really big enough for wellness. And the other problem that we run into is the whole EDs thing and the whole me not wanting to get that lean thing, because I really don't want to ever to that level of leanness where you're basically dying, because that's what happens when you get that lean for competition. You basically dehydrate yourself so much to get on stage that you could die. I mean, from doing that, and I just don't really think it's worth it to me, and that's not really what I'm about, I guess. I like fitness as a whole, like I said earlier, with like, I like javelin throwing, I like sprinting, I like powerlifting, I like bodybuilding, I like all the different kinds of things, so I wouldn't really niche myself into one thing and compete in it. And the whole PEDs thing is that everyone, or a lot of people, are on PEDs, even in natural competitions. A lot of people are, and I just don't think that's something I want to put myself through, like training for that long and then going into a competition and it being unfair. I have nothing against people that want to do that for the sport, but it's just not something that I personally would do. Knowing myself, I'm very competitive, so once I get into something, I tend to go extreme in whatever it is, and given that we basically win a lot of competitions, powerlifting and bodybuilding, you need to be fit for something, which is really disheartening to a lot of people, including myself, but that's just the way it is. So I don't really have dreams of competing. I would if they crack down a bit more on the regulations and stuff like that for it, but and then also the whole getting lean thing, like I said, I'm not really a fan of that. You know, so I've ever done a powerlifting competition. I have done one powerlifting competition, and it was around a little bit more than a year ago at this point. I think I competed in January 2024. I think my top weights on everything was, bench was like 220, no, not bench, oh my god, squat was like 225 or 230 for my top weight. Bench was like 140 or something, 135 for the pods, you know, they make you hold it ridiculously long. My deadlift was like 275, but it was like so shaky. So basically, about a year ago, I was like dead set on, like, I had like this like plan in my head that this is what I was going to do for my life. I was like, okay, I really like powerlifting, so I signed myself up for like the regional meet, and my plan was to just compete in powerlifting, and then I was taking a gap year last year, so I wanted to compete in powerlifting. I was working at the time, and I was going to save up money to go to college the following year and just compete in powerlifting. And yeah, that's like how I thought my life was going to go. But unfortunately, like 5 days before the regional meet that I had been training months for, I got a super bad back injury that basically it took me out of competition. I still went to the competition because I was dead set on breaking the total state record, because I had added like 50 pounds onto my squat by then. My bench was up to like 175 pods, so my deadlift was like a 310. My deadlift is not that great, but I was like dead set on getting the records, and I was in so much pain, but I thought that if I just showed up and took a ton of pain medication, that I would be able to power through it. So I showed up to the meet. We spent hundreds of dollars on the hotel and on the meet itself, and you know, all like it was raw powerlifting, but you still have to buy like the belt, the wrist wraps, the knee sleeves, the shoes. Like, it's expensive. So I showed up there. I was the first weight class because I'm like 56 kg. That's where I was competing, and I was literally like the third person they weighed in. So I was there super early. Started warming up. It's like freaking 7 in the morning, I think, and I knew I was so cooked. I don't know why I kept going, but I started warming up for squat, basically, and I think I already knew it was so bad. I got to like 135 on warm-ups, and the worst burning, pinching,
You don't have to be a VIP to get more than just savings with Geico. Every customer gets 24/7 fast-friendly claims. Could I get a picture? Yeah, it's not like you're...
Painful sensation in my back and pelvis, and then I went up to 185, and then I just felt like a rippling, like pulling in my back, and at that point I was like, oh, I really can't do this, and I felt so embarrassed because I literally made everyone drive out to this meet to see me compete, because my whole family was coming to watch me compete, and I literally left there in tears. Like, my family really kind of had to drag me out of there because I wanted to compete so bad and break those records, even if it meant like literally destroying my back, which I did, and I'm still dealing with back problems to this day. Well, it's significantly better than it was back then a few months ago, but it is definitely still bad. So I don't know, my experience with competing in powerlifting is a little bit iffy, a little bit scared of competing ever again, and given that it's completely my fault that the injury happened, by the way, injury happened because of overtraining. Obviously, I was training like fucking crazy to try to get that total state record. So, yeah, don't do that. That was my fault. It was not powerlifting's fault. But, I mean, the sport in itself is trying to lift the heaviest weight that you can. So, I mean, it does kind of reward crazy training. So, I mean, it is what it is. I got injured, but that kind of put me on a different path. So I don't know if I'm going to do another one, maybe in the future for fun, but I don't think I will be doing it competitively. And side question, how would you convince a friend to consistently work out? This is kind of hard. I would say try to drag them to the gym with you a few times, pester them a bit, text them annoyingly, tell them when you're going to the gym, kind of rub it in their face a little bit, but not in a mean way, just like, every time you're going to the gym, be like, hey, you want to come? And then if they don't want to come, just like, then you at least let them know that you're going. So they might want to hold themselves accountable because they see you doing that. But I've dealt with this in the past, trying to get people to do things when they don't want it themselves. It takes a lot of energy out of you. So I really wouldn't recommend it if they really are not disciplined enough to get themselves in there on their own, because ultimately they're only going to make progress if they have that internal drive, because fitness takes, making progress in the gym takes dedication. Maybe not at first, you have like the newbie gains a little bit easier, but to see progress from the gym, you need to be going in there a few times a week and putting in some serious effort. And if your friend doesn't want to do that, and they're not putting in that effort, then they're probably not going to see progress either, and then that's going to be even less motivating to them, because now they're not seeing progress, and it's also difficult for them to get in there on their own. So I know this isn't really an answer to your question, but I would say try it for a few weeks, pester them to go with you, and if that doesn't work, maybe make them watch some anime, like Naruto, JoJo's. Get them watching some anime with some like ridiculously strong characters, or like muscular dudes or women, I don't know. Who your friend is, but that could work. But ultimately, if they don't want it for themselves, you can't really help them. And you only have so much energy and brain power to give. That's how I see it. You got like this much to give. You're giving this much to your friend, and that's like that much less for you to put in your own thing. So yeah, I'm not telling you to give up on your friend completely, but
be waifu till the day I die.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So, it's been a minute. And probably soon in the future where I'm wearing this outfit. So stay tuned for those. I've been trying to get back on my filming game and get better about it. So I thought I'd just do a video. I'm not sure if you're gonna like it or not, but it just kind of, I don't know. I was really answering some like big questions for you to think about.
Deep thoughts. Deep thoughts.
today,
And so
I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So I'm just going to be taking some questions, like to get to know me and send.
My voice! Unleash! Buzz Rhoda! Talking, don't say yes about him! No!
So, I made a YouTube channel.
Talking! Let's not go. Buzz Rhoda! Buzz Rhoda! Buzz Rhoda! Valkyrie Hero! 13 years ago! The Elder Scrolls! It's the Elder Scrolls. What's this?
I am glad the virus didn't kill you.
Christina,
Do it.
Always get what you want.
It's for my
Leon!
Guard dog. You were fixed.
Leon, no! Leon, no! Oh! Leon! Leon! Leon!
Dylan!
I was wondering where you scuttled off to.
Give up! Rebecca secured the others by now.
So what? I expected she would. It doesn't matter now anyway.
No!
Soon, everyone will see things as I do. That there is no justice. That good and evil mean nothing.
Injection!
They'll finally atone for murdering my friend. So that I can
No!
survive.
Injection! Injection! The virus! It's not bogus! No, it's worse!
I will make you pay for killing my father.
No!
Well,
Leon!
was kind of a dick.
No! Yes, Leon! She's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Is she a zombie? She died so easy.
You did it again.
Leon, no. Leon.
Hitting your goals has nothing to do with discipline. The real culprit is friction, and it slowly erodes your progress. Unlike what most people believe, it isn't because of laziness or poor discipline, but it's a lack of direction and purpose that leaves you feeling stuck and overwhelmed. That's why the high...
Joe-san. Joe-san. Oh, you got a hit like you really wanted. My farto smell. Neo man. I have returned. Neo man.
I wish you happy friends. Yeah. Having no friends is okay too. If you know if they say you need to be this or that, fast to dodge a bullet going back, that means you have to go from 0 and this or that. So really you have to tell you. Yeah, just be yourself. Do things as you do. Be in the moment.
Be yourself. Be in the moment, you
Wherever
guys.
you are, wherever it happens, just be the moment yourself.
Be in the
But
moment.
that's
Be
the best you
yourself.
can do. It's not about moving fast, but about moving persistent, I think.